What is up, guys? Today here with another video. The Red Rooster is back, and I'm here with another video to tell you why is school unimportant. And here's why. Beforehand, I must say RB 3 content may still be around, but since my channel has been dead for a while, I just heard of a new update today on defense. I just got on the game and just got off to see the update. It's nothing much, but it's not enough. In my opinion, it's not enough. But also, congrats, Kawan. You hit 100. Had enough dedication to reach your first goal. I've been here since 2015, and you made it before me. Nicely done. And I hope we could get there together. Not in the gay way though. But shout out to you, Kwan. You really deserve this one. I'm jealous, but I have to earn mine. But congratulations on your first goal. And I hope that you have good intentions and ambition later in the future. But I'm working on my RB 3 content. The motivation towards the game is not as much as I intended to, because I've been stressful over these weeks. I didn't feel like going on the game even once. I didn't feel like doing any of that. But yeah, that's something for me to work on. But this game has had, before the update that happened, it was on February 20th, I think. But geez, it took you almost 3 months to get in another update, and the update is alright. It's about defense. That's all I know. But this rant will come in another time. Sorry there. But this video is only about school and why it's unimportant. And I know how some fellas don't like school, so this is my opinion why it's unimportant. You can give your reasoning too. But as we continue through the video, here are reasons why I think school is unimportant. First off, name the classes that you have. I'll give you 5 seconds, okay? I'll wait. Well, if you have not named all the mandatory classes, then I'll name them for you. Math, algebra, English, ELA, history, social studies, and science. To you, it's just classes, but in reality, they're useless. And here's why. I'm not failing, but for sure, school isn't my thing. And also be naming some of the things with school. First off, science. The class is useless because who's going to use science in life? The only time you're going to use science is if you're going to be a scientist. And researching about curing cancer, which is a big problem. I really don't want to see any comments about cancer. But this class is just the epitome of time wasted. There is no point in science at all, or as I said, like seriously, I'm not gonna look at graphs and say, oh, you see there, photosynthesis. This is a process of life. Like, no, I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy. I just hope this class is optional later in the future. The thing I hate about this class is that it's mandatory, meaning you didn't have a choice to pick it, or either way, take this class whether you like it or not. I'm not gonna lie, I've learned nothing beneficial for me for the future, or to even help me at all in the first. Next we have history. History has the same scenario like science, but 2 times worse. Don't get me wrong, I like history, I must admit, but at times this class is just flat out boring, and is the epitome of every class in movies, plain and boring. As always, if you're learning about history and want to be a historian or be something that deals with history. I think being a historian is your thing, but still, who's gonna use history? Like, you see this building? This building has been here since Hitler was around. Like, what the heck? This is information that is interesting, but not learning about anything in the real world. I mean, yeah, it's in the real world, but it's not helping me learn how to pay my taxes. And the same thing again, this class is mandatory. I just dislike how these classes aren't optional, but other classes are optional and is much more beneficial and more fun to do that. That might be in part 2 of why school is important. But yeah. Good old English or ELA, whatever you call it. Don't get me wrong. This is a role to help us speak and write. But damn. This class teaches more history than teaching us on how to write and speak. For example, at my school, we're learning about Shakespeare. Yes, Shakespeare. This man is a part of history that was amazing on his plays. For one, we'll name later, but my bad. Later, but he should have been in history class rather than English. But dude, what kind of significance do I get from this man? And besides, we learn about his passion. And no, we're not learning about the poetry unit in our school. There's Shakespeare in this play, Romeo and Juliet. I can learn one or two things that are interesting or not so interesting. But like, who in the hell is going to use Shakespeare in education? The only way to do that is to learn by his passion and be a poet. I'm outraged by how this class just ditches the grammar part. As a whole, I would just listen to a history teacher than learn about Romeo and Juliet. This class just teaches us 20% of grammar and 80% of useless knowledge that's insignificant and may not be in any importance by any time soon in the future. Now we're at math or algebra. This class I do not like at all. It has grown on me that this class is just getting harder and more boring. But in all cases, everything went downhill after middle school. Putting letters in our equations, yeah, I get it. It's important for precise measuring or something that really deals with math. And I think that's the only thing I'm going to do for math my whole life. But who's going to use mx plus b? We're not playing battleships for G's sake. Do you have a boat at C4? Like, who in the hell will graph? The only time you're gonna graph is when you're doing business or something that deals with graphing. Algebra is so boring, it makes me feel like time is going backwards. In all due respect, those teachers are teaching and being exposed. And no, I'm not talking about virtual teachers, but algebra, yes. Algebra isn't going to help me at besides measuring or graphing or something. In most cases, scenarios like in the math books. Also, a couple things about school that why it's also unimportant. Here's some things that are completely useless. First, we have homework and tests. These pieces of paper don't do nothing for us to enhance our knowledge. And when we get it done, we just get a score on it. That means you're being this one or not. Homework is just a piece of paper of endless wrath. And the only way out is to do it. Yes, do it. And also, I forgot to mention projects. Projects is a word that sounds like a fun thing, but in reality, a nightmare for your grade if you did good or not. Or don't even do it at all. The worst part about projects is that it's worth a lot of your grade. Let's just say 30% or 40%. This can determine your grade if it's going up by 5% or down 20%. Now, finally, tests. These are something we're gonna face and fear until high school is done. These, in a matter of fact, tells you if you remember a lesson that was taught a month ago. This just sucks when you do really good, but it goes by 15%. But when you do poorly, it at least goes down by 60%. You're great. That's just BS and is unfair. Well, that was it. That's all I have for this video. I hope this video brought you a laugh and made you smile. Also, I thank you very much for the support for the 5 years. It's been a journey. I couldn't be here without you, but God was here with me over these 5 years. Remember, God is good. God is good and always will be good. Thank you for your time, and I will be saucing out. Later.